All right, back in business. We got new trading day upon us, and it's PPI day, or PPI just was released at 8:30. So here we haven't really taken the high of the PPI candle. So I'm looking if we can get there soon. This could be like a one-to-one trade to the high. Not really my style of trading, but this could easily work out. Um, well, yeah, let's see how today is going to look like. So market is opening in 40 seconds. How the daily chart is looking like is, well, we got a daily fair value gap here. We market traded into that yesterday, and now we are kind of just gyrating inside of this previous candle's range. So previous daily high and this previous daily low. And these are important price points, not only because they are previous day high, previous day low, but because we are ranging. So, meaning that we are building liquidity to the both sides. So, market could easily want to go for the high and then for the low, or go for the low, go for the high. Then the possibility of us returning back to the high if we go for the low first is a little bit lower in my opinion because of the fact that we are bearish in daily chart. So this could just be rejection of this daily fair value gap and sell off lower, and that's the reason why I'm mainly trying to see if we can catch any type of short today. All right, and we do have a very nice liquidity down here. So let's see how the New York Open is playing out. So I do not like the fact that we don't sweep the high here. I don't like that a bit. With ES sell side here, similar stuff. Wait a minute. Oh, so ES looks very different with the fact that the 830 candle high was swept almost immediately with ES, whereas NQ never really came back up. So it's kind of confusing. But yeah, I try not to get into any type of long today because I understand that we could go long, but I took out long yesterday and it didn't work out, and it could have worked out, but market is a little bit too choppy for me to go for the direction that is against the high time frame buys. If you understand what I'm saying, like I am in certain conditions, I'm comfortable with taking trades against the high time frame buys, but this is not the condition. So most probably I'm not going to take longs today. I would want to see some type of SMT with the high, maybe like here or here, and then maybe like shift lower, and I could then go short maybe, because these are very convincing lows here. Like I do like these. So let's see if we can now put on like a little bit of a push about the highs here. That would be very favorable in my opinion for possible shorts. Certainly, the likelihood of me participating in the market is a little bit lower today, because of the range environment that we are in right now. Like, look at this range. This massive gyration, building liquidity to both sides. We are bearish, but I don't really see how I can take a sell in here. We are currently seeing some bearish candle out of the new day opening gap, so that's nice level to always look at. But I don't know. In this context, it isn't really something I'm looking at. We are yet to put on the first fair value gap of the session, so still waiting for that. If you're wondering, this one doesn't count because the first candle of the fair value gap. First of all, this is very small, but the first candle of the fair value gap has to be at 9:30 or after that. With this, the first candle is 9:29, so it's 1 minute too early, so that doesn't count as a first fair value gap. So maybe we are going to print one in here, but don't know about that. Doesn't really help me in any way because I'm not willing to take short in something like this. I wouldn't be willing to do that. And the other thing, I also wouldn't be willing to go long because of the liquidity down here. So we are certainly in a situation where, it's just best to not do anything. It's kind of annoying because I want to do something, but excuse me, yeah, the price action is not very favorable for me right now. So yeah, market is starting to show like multiple reasons to stay out of it. Namely, well, the thing that I already talked about is that we range and build liquidity to both sides, and we don't really know where market is going to go. Even though the higher likelihood is that it's going to drop, there's really no reason to risk my money on that. Other thing, we open in 9:30. It's 9:44, and we haven't printed a single fair value gap. So it's just barcoding, and ES is looking even worse. We haven't moved anywhere. So this is just like bullshit price action, and fair value gap could work as a sell here. Nah, that ain't something that I'm looking at because of the highs here, and I don't want to be wrecked today. Like, if I lost today, I would be super annoying because I knew that this was going to be like a little bit worse price action, and that's how it looks like as well. So, because there are days when I participate in a setup, and if I lose it, I don't feel bad because I know that this is something that I would always take, and this is a good setup. But in this instance, yeah, I might feel a little bit frustrated if I don't take the setup and it runs to my favor. But if I did take the setup and it didn't run to my favor, I would slap myself because I was able to identify multiple reasons why this trade wouldn't have been so favorable, and maybe I shouldn't have taken that. So yeah, I'm just understanding these things and making the decision of not taking any trades today. Maybe if we start getting very clear ideas, I highly doubt it. We would if market starts to deliver like very nicely all of a sudden like this, and then gives maybe like SMT at the highs and very nice shift lower, I will take the trade. Don't get me wrong, but right now we are not seeing anything to support the idea that market would be willing to give anything like that. So I'm just staying out of the market for today, and yeah. So currently we are pushing below these lows. It's quite clear target in my opinion, but at the same time, price action is ugly. ES puts on the first fair value gap. I believe NQ did the same, so we'll see. Yeah, it's this. So the first fair value gap is usually quite nice trade. So you just have to know how to utilize that. So, for example, if you put on like a bearish fair value gap, that isn't necessarily bearish. If the overall bias is bullish and you want to see longs, then you would almost treat this as a bullish fair value gap and just expect it to inverse, and then you can use it as a support level to go long from. And the first fair value gap is especially as well because it's the first fair value gap that is created after New York Open, and it just tends to hold price a little bit better. Like I just realized that it's a little bit more important than your regular fair value gap, and that's just at least how I have seen it. So if this inverses, we are probably going to run for the highs, and yeah, that could be a case for going long, but and maybe I will take something if I mean no. Let's just see if we have any type of SMT here. So that's quite large SMT, because you see ES is failing to run the low here. But yeah, if this flips, I'm still not going to go long, because the overall bias was short, and going long is just going against my bias. So unfortunately, even though the setup could look decent, like there are many things that would look nice if this inverses. We got like nice SMT and equal highs here. These are very nice like confluences and nice evidence behind that we could possibly go long, but I've decided to go short for today, and most likely still not going to take any trades.